Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away first. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Hands it off. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the physical play there. Incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll line up for a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. from 56 yards out. What a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this year.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Penn State. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you really provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. And they say this is a game of inches. Just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 30 short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Gators are rolling down the field. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking that front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, the inside give.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 10, Penn State.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The Gators want to move quickly. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Touch pass on the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gator!
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game.
And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Catch in the middle, it's Castellanos. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Paul. Or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Pressure coming. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's loose. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Great example of a receiver just winning at the line of scrimmage against press coverage. He's able to get a clean release, and that allows him to push down the field, stack the cornerback, made it an easier throw for the quarterback, and now all of a sudden they're in the red zone.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Brings it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throw those mitts up there, catching the football.
Second down coming up. They're going to run it to the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He wants to throw. Takes the easy completion.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play, instead, no gain.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Skips away from pressure. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. You start with this type of field position and have to settle for a field goal. This is a big 3rd down coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He looks that one in nicely. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side,
off he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And they're able to get him down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pocket starts to collapse. This time it's complete. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They keep attacking through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Finds his target down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here, get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll pitch it. On the move is the 30. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They'll leave it with him. Turns it on in midfield. And he's running in the open. The tag. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the returner is stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Try and play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's caught downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a step.
Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm weaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
He's going to pass on second down. Floating away. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Takes it on the return.
The return brings it out to the 34. And the Florida offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you've got to hit him. Receiver did a great job with his route. He was able to get behind coverage. He had a step on his man. Quarterback's got to be able to make that throw.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 40, Penn State 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he... A solid pickup on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught. Oh, what a caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
29 Philly.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. And the ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially with these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He makes the connection. Oh, there's the ball. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Zings it complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Got it in the middle. It's Castellanos. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer.
Going for it all. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Gator. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wants to throw on first down. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And down he goes back at the 3.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's third and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Moffitt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over. First and 10.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't make the catch. In fact, he just flat dropped it, and they just dropped the game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.